I'm Sherry Granberry.
And I'm Dolores Gray.
We're with the Raising a Reader program at the Wayne County Public Library. We're bringing you the summer reading program online this year. Every week, we'll read some books, sing some songs, and do some rhymes and finger plays.
There are activities to go along with each week's fairy tale or nursery rhyme thing in the learning packet there at the Wayne County Public Library.
Today's story time is a fairy tale. We're going to read about the Three Little Pigs. But first we start story time with a song called Good Day, Everybody.
Good day, everybody, good day, everybody, good day, good day, good day. Good day, everybody, good day, everybody, good day, good day, good day. Let's clap, everybody, let's clap, everybody, let's clap our hands this way. Let's clap, everybody, let's clap, everybody, let's clap our hands this way. Let's smile, everybody, let's smile, everybody, let's chase those frowns away. Let's smile, everybody, let's smile, everybody, let's chase those frowns away. Now let's read a book. The title of the first book we will read today is The Three Little Pigs by Paul Gauguin. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old sow with 3 little pigs. She had no money to keep them, so she sent them off to seek their fortune. She looks kind of sad right there. The first little pig met a man with a bundle of straw and said to him, "Please, man, give me that straw to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built his house with it. Along came a wolf. He knocked at the door and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no," said the little pig, "not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in, and he ate up the first little pig. The second little pig met a man with a bundle of sticks and said, "Please, man, give me these sticks to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built his house with them. Then along came the wolf and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and at last he blew the house in, and he ate up the second little pig. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks and said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built his house with them. And there he is. Soon the wolf came along and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. Well, he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, but he could not blow the house in. At last the wolf stopped, huffing and puffing, and said, "Little pig, I know where there is a nice field of turnips." "Where?" said the little pig. "On Mr. Smith's farm," said the wolf. "I will come for you tomorrow morning, and we will go together and get some turnips for dinner." "Very well," said the little pig. "What time will you come?" "Oh, at 6 o'clock," said the wolf. Well, the little pig got up at 5. He went to Mr. Smith's farm, and he got those turnips before the wolf came to his house. "Little pig, are you ready?" asked the wolf. The little pig said, "Ready. I've been here, and I have been and come back again, and I got a nice pot full of turnips for my dinner." The wolf was very angry, but then he thought of another way to get the little pig. So he said, "Little pig, I know where there is a nice apple tree." "Where?" said the pig. "Down at Merry Garden," replied the wolf. "I will come for you tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we will get some apples." Do you think that the wolf is trying to trick the little pig? Well, the little pig got up the next morning at 4 o'clock, and he went off for the apples. He wanted to get back before the wolf came, but it was a long way to Merry Garden, and then he had to climb the tree. Just as he was climbing back down with his basket full of apples, he saw the wolf coming. "Little pig," the wolf said, "you got here before me. Are the apples nice?" "Yes, very," said the little pig. "I will throw one down to you." And he threw the apple as far as he could throw. With the wolf, he ran to pick it up. The little pig jumped down and ran home. The next day, the wolf came again and said to the little pig, "Little pig, there is a fair at Shanklin this afternoon. Would you like to go?" "Oh, yes," said the little pig. "When will you come to get me?" "At 3, said the wolf. Well, the little pig went off at 2 o'clock and bought a butter churn at the fair. He was going home with it when he saw the wolf coming. The little pig jumped into the butter churn to hide. The churn fell over and rolled down the hill with the little pig in it. This frightened the wolf so much that he turned around and he ran home. Later, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him what had happened. "A great round thing came rolling down the hill right at me," said the wolf. "Huh, I frightened you," said the little pig. "I went to the fair and bought a butter churn. When I saw you, I got in it and I rolled down the hill." The wolf was very angry indeed. "I'm going to climb down your chimney and eat you up," he said. When the little pig heard the wolf on the roof, I wonder what the little pig's going to do. He hung a pot full of water in the fireplace. Then he built a blazing fire just as the wolf was coming down the chimney. The little pig took the cover off the pot, and in fell the wolf. The little pig quickly put on the cover again, boiled up that wolf, and ate him for supper. And that little pig lived happily ever after. That is The Three Little Pigs by Paul Caldon. Here's a song about the three little pigs, and it is called "Who Built a House?" Who built a house that was made of straw, made of straw, made of straw? Who built a house that was made of straw? The first little pig, that's who. Who built a house that was made of sticks, made of sticks, made of sticks? Who built a house that was made of sticks? The second little pig, that's who. Who built a house that was made of bricks, made of bricks, made of bricks? Who built a house that was made of bricks? The third little pig, that's who.
The next story is called The True Story of the Three Little Pigs, and it was written by A. Wolf. I think this might be his side of the story. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed. And I sneezed a great sneeze. What happened to that house? And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down, and right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He'd been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham for dinner lying there on the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. The neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in?" He yelled back, "Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin." I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know how food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little bit better, and I still didn't have a cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in?" And do you know what that rude little porker answered? "Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again." Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't even give me one little cup for my dear, sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. And that third little pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pin." Well, Pig's not very friendly, is he? Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down this pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story. I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. Which way do you think it really happened?
The last thing that we do at story time is to sing a goodbye song. This is a new one about fairy tales. Once upon a time, in a land so far away, a princess kissed a frog. Well, that just made his day. Far across the town, Red Riding Hood took fright. She found a wolf in Granny's bed when she said good night. Oh, fairy tales, read them every day. Oh, what fun it is to hear Goldilocks got away. Fairy tales, full of joy and laughter. Do you know how this one ends? Well, it's happily ever after.
Goodbye. We'll see you next week.